wonder what that weighs. What a bit of kit.
Yeah, so I've had it for about 35 years.
We were here again in the Jaguar. Well, morning folks, and you join us today at the Aqueduct Marina, which is over near Nantwich, so not a million miles away. You'll note we are in the classic Jag today, the modern classic XJ8. This is the off-the-rails meeting. Now this is a meeting we haven't been to for quite some time. Usually it's held in the grounds around the Crewe Heritage Centre, but that's closed up for the next few months. There's a bit of a reorganisation going on there, so an alternative venue was sought, and the organiser Arnie has picked this, the Aqueduct Marina, at least for this month's meeting, December 2024. What cars will turn up, who knows? Like I say, we've come in the Jaguar. I had thought about possibly bringing the V8 Pilot, but the roads, especially around our way, are so muddy at the moment. They are just awful, so we thought, no, we'll give the Jag a bit of an airing. But let's wait and see what other cars are here today. We've been beaten by the local TVR, but what else will turn up? Dad has promised to turn up in his MGB, so we're just waiting for him to materialise. But yeah, it's not a bad day. It was raining yesterday, quite nice today, so hopefully there'll be a few old cars here today at the Off the Rails Meet, December 2024 edition. Dad's here with the MGB GT. Yeah, we were beginning to wonder if any cars were coming up this morning, but yeah, the TR4 has just arrived, and here a little Ford 100E, a little Prefect. Very nice too, the four-door version of the 100E. Bonny little Rover 25 over here, probably quite an early one on a Y plate, I imagine. Next to that, Hyundai Coupe. Apparently we are supposed to be in a car park just over there, the other side of the hedge. So looks like we're all moving en masse down there. Fruity burble of the TVR to one side of us, and the MGB to that side. Right, let's get going. We got us a convoy. Mrs. OCC has just gone to the cafe, so she won't know where we've gone. Oops. Right, suitably relocated. This is where we are supposed to be. So we've got the Jag here, a little 100E, super rare Vauxhall Sports Hatch, the Trev TR4, Dad's MGB GT, and the TVR here on the end of the row. What a great lineup, a very colourful lineup too. BMW Z4 arrives. It's a pretty neat location actually for a car meeting. I've not been to a car meet here before. We've got the marina over here, just in front of the cafe. Bit of fettling going up on the MGB, slight misfire on the way over, so quick check of the plugs to make sure they're not fouled up. A little bit sooty here, but it's not wet though, is it?
No.
It might want might have to break out the wire brush.
Bloody hot.
Yeah, this gentleman here, he owned the Spitfire with a fastback Ashley roof on it, but that has gone off to a new home now apparently.
Oh, is that
Yeah, it's gone now.
No, I sold it and I bought this Chevrolet.
Oh, so you ventured into the pre-war
Well, I had a
world.
space.
Yeah. You can't have that space in the...
You all know about the cars, don't have spaces.
No, you never have a space. So the Spitfire's been replaced by a 1928 Chevrolet, which hopefully we will get to see at some point in the hopefully in the spring. That'll be exciting. But today's focus is the MGB GT, or indeed the MGB Roadster.
This is just going to make you buy a pre-war car even more than you already say you're going to.
I know, I keep talking about pre-war cars again. I've got slight withdrawal symptoms, so you never know. We will get another one at some point. Next to the MGB we have a Chrysler Crossfire. These were based on the old Mercedes-Benz SLK, the early SLKs. They provided the running gear for these particular cars. And over here we've got a stretched Vauxhall. Incredible limousine special build there. Here's the MGB GT, and it's got the recessed grille just like Dad's. So they didn't fit these for very often, just a couple of years perhaps. The recessed grille, that was a replacement for the old chrome slatted grille. Good to see another one of those here. And these two have moved over from the other parking area. Little Rover 25 and the Hyundai Coupe. A pretty cool Dodge. Let's have a closer look at this incredible machine. Yes, it's not classic, but what an amazing bit of kit, presumably for lifting narrowboats out of the drink. That's where they go to be worked on, out of the water, just over the way over there. But what an incredible bit of kit. This is the Heister. I wonder what that weighs. What a bit of kit. Be fun to see it in action, actually. Yeah, what an incredible thing. The size of the wheels and tyres on it. It's just vast. Plenty to undo there. What an incredible thing. The size of the hydraulic rams. Just look at those. Huge things. You got rear steering. Yeah, certainly a popular place, this. Not part of the car show, but here we have a Corrado VR6 warming up. Over in the regular parking area is this somewhat modified Mark 1 version of the Mazda MX-5. Harley was checking this one out before, probably giving him some ideas. Only yesterday we were over at Alton Park and he managed to catch a ride around the circuit in a much modified Mark II version of the MX-5, and he certainly enjoyed that. So I think he's got ideas of maybe getting one of these as a second or a third car a few years down the line. P4 Rover, very nice two-tone grey example. That looks very bonny.
Quite like it, only a taxi. Back around the place like a horse. What? I put that away, being she kicked it over. Well done. It's a Christmas present, isn't it?
Yeah, that looks very nice.
That Rolls Royce though, that's turned up here anyway, so it must be going the right place.
Isn't that lovely? A Rover 90, two-tone grey. Yeah. Yeah, there was a lovely black Rover P4 in the Brightwell's auction that I went down to just a week or two back. Yeah, very, very nice indeed. The original registration number, the old Bluemel's plates, we like a bit of that. Yeah, very nice too. Harley's honed in on it as well. He approves of these 50s saloons as well. We have tracked down the owner because apparently it has an interesting past. I mean, you've had this a while anyway, haven't you, sir?
Yeah, so I've had it for about 35 years.
Wow.
It was originally registered to a vicar in Stockport. He bought it just before he went to South Africa on missionary work in 1957.
And he took it with him.
So he shipped it to South Africa for 3 years. And when he finished his stint in South Africa, he brought it back, but then sold it. And he sold it to a family in Heaton, Mersey, Mr. Riley, who had the car for another 30 years before I bought it off him. So it's two previous owners,
Wow.
one vicar, one family, and it's been all over the place. So when I've been cleaning the inside, I found parking tickets in Exeter.
Did you?
So they've obviously been down there on holiday. It's obviously well travelled.
Yeah.
Been all over South Africa. And it was quite solid. I've done bits and pieces to it, as you expect with a car this age.
So he took it to South Africa and then brought it back again.
Yeah.
Wow.
But the car's quite original. The interior has been redone, actually.
That's it. Ooh,
Yeah.
wow. So these are aluminium doors on this age, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It's on
so the bonnet, the boot and the doors are aluminium. The rest is steel.
Yeah. And what year is this?
1957.
57, right.
So this was the cut-over model. The 56 models had flat wings on the front.
Yeah, right.
And
Yeah.
this was the first one with the sort of rounded wings on the front.
Got you. Yeah, they changed the profile of the front end because the front wings sort of wrap round a bit more, didn't they?
Yes,
They're a bit
they
more
did.
of a curve
And
there.
they're flat on top.
And they drop down more at the back, didn't they? Right.
So 6-cylinder, 2.6 litres. It's a very long stroke engine, so it's very lazy. It doesn't rev,
No,
but it's very powerful,
very talky.
very torquey.
Yeah. Wow. Because some of these had, was it like Rover drive? Was that like an overdrive?
Yeah,
or?
so the sister model to this was the 105R,
Right,
and that had the Rover drive on it.
I see.
It's the same basic car, but it had a 2-speed gearbox, low and high,
Oh, right.
and a flywheel clutch to go with it. And apparently if you put your foot on the brake and put your foot on the accelerator and wound it up, they would take off. But other than that, they were quite sedate, but quite good when they were on the move.
Right. And then there's a 105S. Was there an S?
So
as
the
well?
105S is the same car as this, but had twin carbs on the front.
Right.
So the 90 stands for 90 brake horsepower.
Oh, right.
The 105 stands for 105 brake horsepower. So the twin carbs gave it an extra 15 brake horsepower. I think they had slightly bigger valves in the head.
Right. And of course, they all had the rear hinge back doors as well, didn't they?
Yes.
All the way through.
Yeah, suicide doors on the back.
Can we have a quick peer inside? So you say it's been retrimmed
It has,
at some point? Yeah.
So
Wow.
there was 1 year, Martin at Martrim
Oh, yeah, I know about that. Yeah.
said, I'm not working, and this was January. He said, I know you've been pestering me to do the car, so I can fit it in. So
Oh, isn't that lovely?
he did it in a week.
Did he?
Yeah.
Wow.
And that must be 25 years ago.
Really?
So it's
So it's sort of mellowed in a bit now,
has
isn't it? Isn't that beautiful? Yeah. Lovely radio as well.
yeah.
Let's have a quick peer in there. Wow, you can hear the ticking of the clock. Isn't that beautiful? Lovely headlining as well.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, that is a stunning car. Yeah. So what sort of speed will this happily roll along at?
It will sit there on the motorway at 70 all day long.
Really? Right.
I get occasional funny loops. You know when you're on the motorway and you're stuck behind a load of traffic doing 55 in the middle lane and everybody in the outside lane's doing 90? if you put your foot down,
Yeah.
it will go.
You're going to make him buy one.
So
wouldn't rule
yes,
out,
it will comfortably do 80. It will do 90, but 90 is a little bit too much for it.
Especially for a talkie engine, like you say, if it's not
Yeah.
a Rever. It's no, that's a beauty. Well, thanks for showing us around this lovely old Rover. Looking through the book and got the old Ford book and that was right. And you said, I don't feel like. So Dad's off.
Thanks for turning up.
Like he started talking, this could take a while. Well, I think we've probably seen all the cars that are going to turn up at this particular holding of the Off the Rails meeting. One or two cars are starting to disappear, and I think we will probably do the same pretty soon. I believe there is another meeting here again this time next week, next Sunday, so we may well get over for that. It looks like the TVR is going, so yeah, heading off. Sounds good. So yeah, I think we'll disappear ourselves, and all being well, we'll get over here again next week, so watch this space. Well, the Jaguar is safely back at OCC HQ, so that is all good, and yeah, we had a very pleasant time this morning over at the Aqueduct Marina between Nantwich and Church Minshull. Now, whether this is a long-term home for the Off the Rails meeting, I guess has yet to be decided. There is like I say, there is meant to be another meeting. There is meant to be another meeting set for next Sunday, weather allowing, so we'll try and get over for that one as well. But based on the my first visit there today, I think it's an excellent home for it. Great cafe, great location, nice and easy to get to. So yeah, thumbs up from us on that one. Well, good morning folks, it's 7 days later. It is just starting to rain and the wind is howling. There is set to be a second gathering of the month over at the Aqueduct Marina, organised by the people behind the Crewe Off the Rails as always. We had thought of taking a pilot, but to be honest, the heater isn't the great in that one, and it is a very, very cold wind out there, and this has just started to rain, so that is perfect. However, we will go over. It is the 22nd of December, so not long till Christmas Day. Oh, blimey, it's really blowing across now, so I think we'll just wait till hopefully the rain subsides, and we'll potter over there and see who else is mad enough to turn up on this very chilly, breezy Sunday morning. Well, here we go, back at the Aqueduct Marina, just near Church Minshull. Bit of a feeling of deja vu, because yeah, 7 days ago we were here again in the Jaguar. Grandad, Dad, he's already here in the MGB GT, the faithful MGB, as is the TVR, the 3000M. Looking lovely in this very low sunshine that's just coming across there. And next to that, a very bonny Mini we have seen before somewhere, maybe at the Combermere meeting, somewhere like that. But yeah, what a lovely Mini 1275 SPI. Yeah, what a great looking little car that is. I'm joined by the youthful assistant, complete with bobble hat, keeping this brisk, chilly breeze off. The big question is, who else is going to turn up? What do you reckon, Hal? Who else is going to turn up today? Which cars?
More cars with heaters.
More cars with heaters.
If
yes. Well,
they're
there was
available to people.
Well, there was another morning meet on last Sunday, so quite a few cars will have gone there as opposed to coming here. So maybe several of them will make the trip over. But it is bitingly cold wind, so I think we will do like the others and go and hide behind that wall and just try and keep out the breeze a little bit.
The full Jag.
A very burbly V8 coming in.
I like the idea of a Series 1.
Mustang, innit? Bloody Mustang. Mustang. Oh, it's irony, is it?
Yeah.
I'm going to put it next to mine and put it in the boot.
It is currently hailing, so we're going to head off into the very agreeable cafe here at the marina, have a brew and then come back out a bit late and see what's here. 3 days before Christmas. Okay, so what new arrivals are here today? Ooh, the stretched Vauxhall is here. Perfect for the weekly shop. And next to that, the Triumph 2000 Mark II. What a bonny car. We have seen this one at the Heritage Centre meetings before now. It's great to see it out here on the 22nd of December. All year use classic, we like a bit of that. Tow bar as well, so very practical. Wouldn't that look great with a Sprite Alpine Caravan on the back, circa 1972? That would be just perfect. What do you reckon, Hal? One of these and a nice period caravan on the back. That would look just perfect, wouldn't it?
Caravan.
You're not sure about caravans?
I like the car.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
I like the sort of retrofitted Alfa looking seats.
Yeah, it's got some very nice Alfa Romeo seats in there. You can just about make out the logo on the back there. Very, very nice. Manual with overdrive. So that'll burble along very, very happily, I would have thought. Very nice.
Quite so smooth.
Yeah, great things, aren't they? Those 2-litre Triumph engines. So here's organiser Arnie's Mustang. We heard that coming from about 3 miles away. Little Hyundai Coupe, that was here just a week ago. But this wasn't. We haven't seen this one for a while. The Renault 21. Quite a rare survivor now, that is. Got an early 2005 Focus over here, the Mark 1 Focus. These are becoming a little bit collectible now. Yeah, we don't see many of these around. There is a 21 Turbo mouldering away at a garage that I know of. It's been there for many, many months. I think this one's been in quite long-term ownership. The gentleman that usually drives this in, he was telling us about this a little while ago. There's definitely an icy chill in the air. Over here, the Granada gear, one of the upmarket for Granadas, this one, on a wire registration. A bit like a big Cortina really, but always plush on the gears with the top of the tree really. You've got rear head restraints, you can just about see those in there. Bit of wood, cloth trim in this one. I wonder if leather was an option in these. I would have thought so. Which one is it? Is it a 2.8? We did the 2.3 as well. Yeah, it's a 2.8 gear. And there was also the 2.8i, the fuel injected car. Nice set of alloy wheels on these as well. But yeah, really sharp looking car, I think. Good looking car, isn't it? Proper.
Yeah, I like the sort of straight lines.
Proper 3-box saloon. Did I hear a V8? I did indeed. The distinctive burble of the 3-litre V8 of a Triumph Stag. That's a lovely one. Dark green. Ah, yes. This gentleman we see at many, many gatherings. He used to have a bright yellow Spitfire. You might remember seeing that in some of the Crewe Heritage meetings that we've been to in the past. But he replaced the Spitty within the last year or so, I think, with this glorious Stag, complete with hardtop. Yeah, I think that's the best look for a Stag, I think, for factory hardtop. Really suits it, I think. Very sleek car, that one. I really like that. Are you a fan, Hal?
I do really like the hardtop. Dark colour as well. So
dark colour, hardtop.
I haven't seen this one with the hardtop.
Yeah, that's one handsome looking car. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Have you owned one of these? Maybe you plan to own one at some point in future. But yeah, what a great looking car.
They use the same different gearbox and all of them. Why did we like the clocks in the days?
The super clean Rover 25 GTI has also turned up. It's hailing once more, so back undercover we go. Weather's pretty set in now, but there's a door, a gate open here, and what do we see? An old International in many pieces. I didn't know that was there. So what's that, 1970 something or other? Clearly a bit of a work in progress. But yes, I think we will head off now. So thank you so much for watching this video, or indeed two-part video of the two meetings held at the Aqueduct Marina late December 2024. So thanks so much for watching. Please check out the rest of the channel, subscribe, like, comment, all that kind of thing, and hopefully there'll be many more videos next year in 2025. So bye for now. Yeah, it's all pretty soggy now.